بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Our program Spirit of Values, and this is Dr. Tariq Rashid. Today we will discuss a very important topic that is related to values, which is the value of partnership. Can we live by ourselves? It's impossible. We need partners, husband and wives, employee and employers, organizations. So let's discuss the value of partnership. We need for each one, please, paper and a pen and try to answer the following questions. This session and this episode is totally directed towards management, managerial positions, employees in any organization. So please think and answer the following very important questions. First, what is your organization mission? Try to relate this mission and try to read this mission. What is your organization mission? We appreciate that you know the mission of your organization without going to the website and let me check the mission of my organization. It's very important to know the mission of your organization. Second, you are in a certain department. For example, you are in HR department or you are in financial department, IT department. How you think your department will achieve this mission? By doing what? Even if you want to discuss it as a person, what is your mission in life? How can you achieve this mission? Getting to the third question, who is the corporate sponsor for your department? And by sponsor I mean who will support you. For example, top management is always a sponsor for all departments. Sometimes HR department will be a sponsor for other departments. Who is the main sponsor for your department? Fourth question, how do you think your department will increase the effectiveness of the business? How your department will achieve the goals and the objectives of your department? Very important to understand all these issues. Why? We will relate this later to the concept of partnership. What are your departmental objectives? At least mention one objective your department tried to achieve. And were you involved in setting the budget and schedule? Most employees in this question say, no, I just have a certain budget that my manager will lead it, and even I cannot choose the schedule and the time. We appreciate that we share our employees with the mission, the vision, the objectives, and let them express their minds. This will help by increasing the achievement. By this, we have partners. Employees are partners with the managers. Organizations together are partners. Husband and wives are partners. So the value of partnership is very important to achieve. Do you have control over the resources? And why resources? Always there are two R's that we should think of. Resources to give what? Results. So the two important R's. With resources, we achieve results. So do you have a control over the resources? Just yes or no. Because if you don't have control over resources, you must act according to the command or direction of others. We appreciate that once we have a full control of resources, more achievement is there. So these are very important questions to try to answer. Also, who is the ultimate customer for the results of your department? For not really the customer is the outsider. No, sometimes another employee is a customer. And always we consider in organizations that employees are inner customers that will serve the external customer. What obstacles you face in achieving your goals in the department? And obstacles always will prevent achievement. And remember that achievement is a very high level value. Sometimes obstacles could be due to lack of resources. Sometimes obstacles are due to lack of support from managers. from the team, from the peers. So sometimes we have obstacles. No organization, no family, no society does not have obstacles. But how can we transfer obstacles into opportunities? This is the idea of having a full understanding of your role in your life and in your organization. And there are what we call priorities. Life is too short if you don't have set of priorities. This is first, this is second, this is last. It's very important. And we mentioned previously in the value of time, how can we set priorities to achieve and feel that we really achieve something valuable to our organizations. Now, in this, what we did pre-questions, there are no right answers. Sometimes I don't know is an acceptable answer, but try to understand and search for the information. There is a good chance that you don't know the answer for all these questions. And if you don't know the answer, you will probably find other employees that don't understand or can find also the answer. So what is the point of this exercise? Is to gain information, to gain insight about what's going on, what is your role in your department, in your organization, in your society, to be a person of adding values. Now, we'll do the following. Please, each one also in a piece of paper, write down only the number of the question. For example, question number 1, I will evaluate usually. Question number 2, I will give it, for example, sometimes. So please evaluate the following questions: usually, sometimes, rarely, or seldom. Let's start with these questions. Write just the question number and your answer, please. Question: do you have complete freedom to set your own goal and you give your employees the freedom to set their own goals? Usually, sometimes, rarely. We'll just want to answer by this. Second question: goals for all key areas relating to job performance are clear. Do you think that the goals for all key areas in your department are clear that is related to job performance? Usually, sometimes, seldom, or rarely. Number 3, we have challenging goals that are beyond the current ability, which means that I'm stretching myself trying to satisfy. Do you think that this is the situation at your organization? Usually, sometimes, seldom, or rarely. There is the opportunity to participate in setting your own goal, and you allow as a manager your employees to set their own goals. How much you allow the opportunity for others to set their goals? Usually, sometimes, rarely. We need the number of the question. For example, question number 1, so and so. Question number 5. Do you allow your employees as a manager to say in deciding how to implement? Do you give them the freedom for choosing the implementation? If you are just an employee, are you giving the freedom? Are you given the freedom to choose how to implement? Usually, sometimes, rarely. Question number 6. Do you give your employees to determine when they would like to accomplish the goals assigned to them? And if you are not a manager, employee, are you giving the ability to determine when to deliver the results? So are you responsible for setting the time frame, the deadline? Question number 7. Do you give sufficient training and skills for your employees to achieve? If you are an employee, do you take sufficient training that will help you achieve? Question number 8. Do you have sufficient resources, time, money, technology, equipment to achieve the goal? Question number 9. Do you give feedback to your employees about their performance? And if you are an employee, does your manager give you feedback about your progress, about your achievement? And last question, are there rewards, promotions, incentives once we achieve? Why? Again, the episode before this was about motivators. Without rewards, people will feel just machinery. So do you feel that you are rewarded? Is there an incentive system? So now we have 10 questions and you answer the number of the question by usually, sometimes, and seldom. Now, let's do the following summation. For questions 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9, please give 3 marks or points to the word usually. Give 2 points to the word sometimes. Give 1 point to the word seldom. These for the questions 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. However, for questions 1, 3, 6, and 10, give the opposite. 3 points to seldom, 2 points to sometimes, 1 point to usually. And then please sum up your total. Sum up your total for these 10 questions. What does the total represent? If you get 26 and higher, congratulations. You have a full, strong understanding of the goals and techniques of achieving the goals, and you feel freedom to achieve 26 or higher. Congratulations for those people and employers and employees who gained 26 in this questionnaire. From 21 to 25, you can improve, and we recommend that you improve. 20 or less, sorry, you have significant room to improvement. You are in demotivated organization. In order to achieve, we have to reach the level of 20, above 20, 26 and higher is the criteria. Now, what is our objectives in this episode? We are discussing the concept of partnership. So, to understand the benefits, the risk and cost associated with partnering. Is partnership always correct? If yes, what are the benefits of partnership? Is there any risk associated with other partners? Do we have cost association? This is part of objectives in this episode. Also, let's determine if partnership is the best approach for our projects or programs. If there is another approach, not necessarily to go for partnership. Develop a process for selecting your partner. For example, if you go for a wife or a husband, how you select your wife? How wives select husband? The freedom to choose. Is there a criteria? And organizations, once they want to get in a strategic partnership, what is the criteria to select our partners? How can we achieve partnership with business to deliver on risk mitigation? Sometimes we have risk. Once we have higher level of risk, in partnership, we reduce the negative impacts of risk. And how can we become independent and influence stakeholders to consider alternatives? This is all of these in the concept of partnership. So if we ask, what is partnership? Why do we need partnership? Again, can you in life move by yourself? Can you only achieve without partners? It's impossible. Why do we have husbands and wives? To build a society. Why do we have employers and employees? Partnership to achieve business organizations. Why do we have partnership between organizations? To achieve higher level of achievement. So we need partnership, and this is the idea of management. If we look to the organization, we can find that any organization have what we call inputs or resources. So resources are the inputs. We have physical resources, human resources, financial resources. Then by planning, organizing, leading, directing, monitoring, we achieve our output, which is either a product or a service that we present. Then we move in a cyclic approach. We take from the environment our resources, we give back the output to the environment, and it is the open system of an organization. Partnership will help in achieving all concepts in management. And if we just look at this photo, what does it represent? If you look at the tiger, what does the tiger represent? What is the zebra representing? What is the motorcycle representing? This represents the following. The tiger represents challenges that are running against our organizations. We have all challenges in life. We are facing challenges. And the zebra is yourself. your family, your society, your organization, and the motorcycle is the tool. The idea, are you using the best tools to motivate, achieve goals without looking backwards? Looking backwards is a disaster in achievement. So, do we need partnership? For sure, we need partnership. We need partnership to help us go further and achieve a higher level of achievement. So, will summarize that we live in a world of challenges. We have lots of challenges, and we do need partnership in order to face all these challenges. So globalization is a challenge. We live in an open market, in an open world. And how can we compete in this market? They found if you have 4 elements of power, if you owe 4 elements of power, you can move. These 4 elements are the following. So if I want to summarize elements of power, first element of power is money. Money talks. Strong economy, very important tool and element of power. Second is information. If you don't have information, you will never move. Once you have the whole information in a certain specific area, it's an element of power. Third is technology. Now we live in what we call digitalized world, smart world, and finally, the final source of power is media. If we have these 4 elements of power, we can achieve results. The idea of all of these, again, is partnership. Whenever we have partners, good partnership, strong partnership, we can achieve. So in this episode, we started with a value of partnership. In the continuous episodes, we will discuss further about this important value, partnership. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.